Hello and welcome. There are some recipes that are just so much more than food. They're about creating a feeling. Today, I'm so excited to share one of my absolute favorites with you, these incredible Egyptian farmer's buns, or as they're called, kuras. This is all about filling your kitchen with the most amazing, comforting smell you can imagine. And that quote just says it all, doesn't it? These buns are pure comfort. Just picture it. A soft, pillowy bun, still warm from the oven, maybe with a little steam coming off of it. Perfect with a cup of tea, some salty cheese, or a bit of jam. They are surprisingly easy to make, and I'm going to walk you through every single step. All right, let's get into it. First things first, we need to gather our ingredients. Think of these as the all-star team that's going to come together to create that perfect, soft, rich texture we're looking for. So, we're starting with about 1 kilogram of all-purpose flour. That's our base. Then for the richness, we've got butter, and it's really important that it's soft at room temperature. That's what makes the dough creamy. We'll also need some full-fat yogurt, and here it is, the secret weapon, clotted cream or keshta. This gives the buns an unbelievably tender, almost cake-like texture. A little bit of toasted sesame seed for crunch, some instant yeast and baking powder for the perfect lift, and we're good to go. Okay, now for my favorite part, actually making the dough. The key word here is gentle. We are not making a chewy bread. We're aiming for something super soft, delicate, and almost crumbly. So, in a big bowl, just whisk together all your dry stuff, the flour, yeast, salt, baking powder, and sesame seeds. This just makes sure everything is mixed evenly. Then, in another bowl, cream that soft butter with the sugar, and then mix in your yogurt and clotted cream. Now, pour the wet into the dry, and just gently mix until you get this kind of shaggy-looking dough. Then use your hands for just a minute or two to bring it all together. That's it. And here is the biggest, most important tip I can give you for this recipe. Please do not over-knead this dough. Think of it more like a delicate biscuit dough. If you work it too much, you'll develop gluten, and that's what makes bread chewy. We don't want chewy, we want melt-in-your-mouth tender. Perfect. Once your dough has come together, just cover the bowl and let it sit for about 30 minutes. We're not looking for it to double in size or anything. This little rest just lets the flour soak up all that creamy goodness and lets the flavors start to get to know each other. So while our dough is having a little nap, it's the perfect time to prep a filling. Now, this is totally optional. The plain buns are absolutely divine, but adding a sweet date filling just takes them to a whole other level. And this is where you get to make a choice. Are we going classic and plain, or do we want a sweet surprise inside? Honestly, I usually do half and half. That way you get the best of both worlds. For the filling, you'll need some good date paste. I like to warm it up just a little bit, maybe 30 seconds in the microwave, with a spoonful of ghee or butter. It makes it super soft and easy to work with. A tiny pinch of cinnamon is also lovely in there. Then you just roll the paste into little bite-sized balls, ready to go. All right, our dough has rested, our filling is ready. It is time to shape these buns and get them ready for the oven. This is where you really start to see them come to life. Now, if you want your buns to be perfectly uniform, you can use a kitchen scale and make each piece about 50 grams. But you know what? Don't stress about it. You can absolutely just eyeball it, and they'll be just as delicious. Okay, for the plain ones, it's super simple. Just roll the dough into a ball and flatten it into a little disc. For the filled ones, flatten a ball of dough, pop one of your date balls right in the middle, and then wrap the dough all around it. Make sure you pinch the seams together really, really well so nothing leaks out while baking. Then just flatten it and maybe score the tops so you know which ones have the filling. Once all your buns are shaped, lay them out on your baking sheets, cover them up with a cloth, and just let them be for about an hour. They need this final rest to get all puffy and light. If your kitchen is a bit cold, it might take a little longer. This step is what's going to give you that amazing, airy texture. While the buns are having their final rest, go ahead and preheat your oven to 190 degrees Celsius, that's 375 Fahrenheit, and make sure your oven rack is right in the middle. A nice hot oven is key to getting a perfect, even bake. And you're going to want to keep an eye on these because they bake up fast. We're only talking about 10 minutes in that hot oven. They'll go from pale to a beautiful golden brown really quickly, so don't wander off. And here's a little bonus I just love about this recipe. There is absolutely no need for an egg wash. The dough is so rich with all that butter and cream that it creates its own beautiful golden shine in the oven. It's one last step, which is always a win in my book. And now, the moment we've all been waiting for.
The second you open that oven door, your entire house is going to be filled with the most incredible, buttery, nutty aroma. It seriously smells like pure happiness.
Okay, listen closely because this is my final, most important secret. The second, and I mean the second, you pull a tray out of the oven, cover it immediately with a clean kitchen towel. This traps all the steam and it's what keeps the buns unbelievably soft as they cool. Trust me on this. Do not skip this step. And just look at them. The plain ones are amazing with a piece of salty cheese, like feta, or a little jam. The date-filled ones are basically a perfect snack all on their own. And you know what the best part is? They freeze beautifully. Just pop one in the microwave for a few seconds, and it tastes like it just came out of the oven. So there you have it, a really simple, really rewarding recipe that just brings so much comfort. The only question now is, when you pull that first warm, soft bun from under the cloth, what are you going to have it with? I really hope you give these a try. Enjoy every single bite.